A very good morning, kids. Welcome back to EVS class. I am back for yet again one more session of EVS for chapter 2, that is the human body. Today we'll be discussing about the respiratory system. In the previous session, we talked about the brain and the spinal cord and their working and functions. Today we'll be talking about a new system in our body which is responsible for breathing. Breathing is the very important phenomenon which goes on in our body throughout the day, throughout the night. Without breathing, it's not possible for us to survive. Our body will not be able to live if we'll not breathe, if we stop breathing. So for breathing, two gases are really important: the carbon dioxide and the oxygen. The oxygen is taken up, it is inhaled, it is taken in by our nose from the environment, from the atmosphere which is there around us. In return, we give out carbon dioxide, which is helpful to the plants. You remember, kids, which is helpful to the plants to prepare their own food during the time of photosynthesis. Now, as you can all see this picture, there are so many parts involved in the respiratory system. The nose, the mouth, the trachea, the bronchus, which is further divided into bronchioles, which is not given here, but yes, you have to study about that also. Bronchus are divided into smaller tubes which are known as bronchioles, and then those bronchioles are connected with air sacs or the alveoli. Okay, and then these are the parts of the lungs. So we'll be talking about how it works. First of all, respiration. It is a physical process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Okay, two spongy like bags are present inside our body. Okay, those are the lungs, and as I told in the earlier session that these lungs are protected by the rib cage. It is a collection of bones scattered in our body in such a way that it protects the respiratory system and the lungs. These lungs expand when they take in the oxygen, okay, and they contract when they give out the gas, when they give out carbon dioxide. Now we'll be discussing about the whole phenomenon and how our lungs work. First of all, we breathe through our nose. How do we breathe through our nose? As you can touch your nose, you will be feeling two holes which are known as nostrils. Okay, these two holes help us in taking in the oxygen first of all. Okay, so oxygen goes inside our body through the tiny openings in our nose that are called the nostrils. Then the air travels down the throat through the larynx. Larynx is not present here, kids, but I will be showing you a specific picture of larynx in the further part of the video. Okay, finally the air passes through the trachea. You can see trachea here. The air is getting inside our nose, and then it passes the mouth, and then the windpipe, which is known as the trachea. It is going inside our lungs. Now when they go through the lungs, then they can see and they can feel the bronchus. They can feel the bronchus. When many bronchus come together, they are known as bronchi. Bronchi are smaller tubes which carry the wind from the trachea to the rest of the part of the lungs, to the bronchioles and the air sacs. In the lungs, each bronchi is divided into smaller tubes which are known as the bronchioles. As you can see here, these are bronchioles, the smaller tubes. These bronchioles at the end are connected with air sacs, which are also known as alveoli. It is written at the left corner at the bottom of your screen, if you can see it. These air sacs are responsible for the exchange of gases. Carbon dioxide is present here. Okay, the windpipe, it gives us oxygen from the atmosphere. Okay, and all this oxygen is filled up in these air sacs, and in return these air sacs leave out and they give out carbon dioxide. So from the passage in which the oxygen came in, with the same passage the carbon dioxide will go out, but it will go in an opposite direction, from the air sacs to the bronchioles, from the bronchioles to the bronchi, then to the trachea, which is the windpipe, then out from the nose or the nostrils. So this is the whole process of respiration. In this, the chest expands according to the exchange of gases. When we take in oxygen, this is known as inhalation, okay, and when we give out carbon dioxide, it is known as exhalation. The movement of the chest is caused due to the expansion of the lungs and the contraction of the lungs. This is due to the exchange of gases. When the oxygen comes in, the size of the lungs increases and it expands, so there is expansion. And when the carbon dioxide is released out from the nostrils, then our lungs contract, the size of the lungs decreases. So this is the whole process of respiration. You know what? These lungs are known as the air filters of the body. Have you ever seen a water filter? What does a water filter do? It does the work of purifying the water for you all. Okay, same way the lung also. The lungs purify the air which we get inside our body. They purify the air. They keep inside the oxygen and they give out the carbon dioxide. They are responsible for mixing the oxygen into our blood and to remove all the unwanted things like the carbon dioxide and some water vapor from it. So the lungs are known as the air filters of the body. So if anybody asks you what are the lungs and how are they known as and why are they known as the air filters of our body, now you'll be able to answer that they are responsible for purifying our body by giving out carbon dioxide and taking in oxygen and giving it to the rest of the parts of the body. So this was all about the lungs. Let's discuss once again the phenomenon of respiration. The organs which are involved in the respiration are written here in the picture which you can see on your mobile phones or the computers. Firstly, the air travels through the nose. The two openings in the nose are known as nostrils. They take in the oxygen. This oxygen passes through the larynx which is present inside our throat in our neck. The larynx passes this air, this oxygen, through the windpipe which is also known as trachea to the lungs. In the lungs there are many small tubes which are known as bronchi, which are further divided into bronchioles. Bronchi and bronchioles pass on the oxygen to the air sacs. The air sacs are the sacs, or they are small bag-like structures which are present at the end of the smaller tubes which are known as bronchioles. What do? They give out the carbon dioxide present in them and they take in the oxygen which is given to us by the trachea or the windpipe. So this was all about the process of respiration. Coming to the next topic of our chapter, that is the circulatory system. The circulatory system is taken care by the heart. Children, have you ever imagined the size of your fist? Just do it right now if you haven't. See, the size of your fist is exactly the size of your heart. Yes kids, the heart which is present inside your body. Yes kids, the human heart is a muscular organ which is just almost the size of a closed fist. Okay, and this is the organ which is actually responsible for your life. If the heart stops beating, your life will end then and there. It is one of the main organs of your body. It is responsible for transporting the blood to all the parts of the body. If it's not there, then all the body organs will not be able to get the blood in which the oxygen is also present. Okay, so its main function is to pump the blood, to circulate the blood throughout the body and to maintain the circulation so that all the body parts are getting the oxygen and the blood together. And for the circulation of this blood in the body, the heart uses a network. It uses a network of blood vessels. As you can see in this picture, there are two colors which you can see. One is blue color blood vessels, and the other ones are the red color blood vessels. Red color blood vessels are responsible for getting the blood from the heart to the rest of the body parts, and the blue colored blood vessels are responsible for carrying the blood from the body organs to the heart. So this is a network of blood vessels which are responsible for circulating and transporting the blood to all the body parts. The number of times the heart beats, it is called the heartbeat. If you touch your chest, if you keep your hand on your chest, you can feel something is moving inside your body, and that is the heartbeat. The number of times the heart beats in a minute is known as the rate of heartbeat. Now see this picture. This is how our heart keeps on beating all the day, all the night, and we don't even get to know about it until and unless we keep our hand on our chest and we try and feel it. Come on, let's feel it once. How is our heart beating? And the number of times it's beating in a minute, remember, in a minute, it is known as the rate of heartbeat. So it was all about the circulatory system or the main functions of the heart. What does it do? It provides the blood to all the parts of the body, and it also regulates oxygen in a way. Okay, so this is all about the heart. It's time to end our class now. Thank you, kids. I hope you understood the things. Even if you did not understand the things, no problem. You can ask me again and again. I'll clarify all your doubts. I would be sharing the links of the videos and the modules which are there in the portal. Please see it. Thank you. Bye-bye.